Today it's all about Leblanc Saxophones. This is a brand with so much history in the woodwind manufacturing world, and they have recently introduced an entirely new range of saxophones, I'm delighted to say. And today I am joined by the top man, Mr. Ryan Lillywhite, who is gonna take us through this exciting new range of saxophones. Let's get stuck in. So I just heard you rock in the alto over there, it sounded great. This is the 711 Premier model, which is the top model that Leblanc do. And then underneath that they have the 511, which we'll explore shortly. But in the meantime, just looking at this Premier model, we can see it comes in two different finishes. We've got this aged brass one here, and then this dark lacquer. And just first of all, I mean, you have to say, wow, look at the aesthetics of these things.
It's really fitting of the premium model this is. You know, it's a professional sax. It has a professional key set with the F dampening bar, with the C-sharp correction mechanism. Right. It's built with premium materials. This is a proprietary bronze that we use on it that you can really see comes through when, you know, this hand engraving cuts through the aging treatment, and you can see that bronze shining through. You can also see it on the contrast between the bronze tube and then the brass bits that are soldered to the tube. And that, of course, it comes down to the acoustics of it. You know, it builds on the Leblanc innovative tradition of the hundreds of years of Leblanc instruments that we're now building on with these new saxophones.
And talking of which, just in terms of the actual design of these instruments, what have Leblanc done in terms of trying to, you know, raise the level and produce really what is a high-end instrument, perhaps not priced at those top-tier professional instruments, but more in that affordable category? What have Leblanc brought to the table in terms of the design of these instruments?
Well, that's exactly it. This is a professional instrument that really punches above its weight for the price point. I mean, it's built with Pizzoni Pro pads, which are top-of-the-line pads that you'll see in much more expensive saxophones. They require a lot more refined level of precision on the assembly, which is why we use our three-phase tone hole leveling, which is a proprietary system that we do to assure that these Pizzoni Pro pads are going to seal well, they're going to last for a long time, and they're going to help the saxophonist just enjoy the sax for a long time.
I really love that. Fantastic. Well, I think let's move on to the tenor range now. So we're going to explore the 511 and see what that's got to offer.
Let's go.
Okay, let's move on to the 511 model. So this is more of an intermediate sax, just fitting in below the 711, and I should say available in just one finish, which is this gold lacquer model we see before us. So tell us the sort of thinking behind this one, Ryan.
Right, so this is, again, it's a very approachable price point, but it's made with premium materials. This has post to rib to body construction, which is very strong. It's made of premium yellow brass, and this is a one-piece hand-hammered bell as well, which normally it's these things that you don't usually see until you get into a lot higher price point, but we've brought these into the Leblanc Avant model to make them really accessible.
And again, sounded great when you tested it back there. So
it's a fun horn to play.
We're looking at a good range altogether with the new Leblanc series of instruments. Great stuff. So let's move on to the next one. Let's check out the soprano 711, which is back to the premium model, and see what we can find out about this instrument. So we're now looking back at the Premier model on soprano, obviously, and this sounded really sweet when you played it before. So that brings us on to acoustics, really. Has Leblanc done anything particular in terms of looking at the acoustics of these instruments to produce the sound that we're hearing here that might differentiate it perhaps from other brands?
Absolutely. Everything about this design is intentional, and the acoustic of this builds on the storied French acoustic. So it's that nice, rich core sound, but a liveliness that you really don't find elsewhere. It's something that, man, you got to put your soprano mouthpiece and just experience, because it allows this freedom when you play it. You can really express your sound. There's a great character, a great personality, but without getting too wild. It still keeps it centered and focused enough that it really balances that the acoustic just perfectly.
Yeah, and also I love the fact it's one piece. I mean, some people like the two-piece setups. For me, I just find that the whole sound is just that much more dialed in and drilled in when you've just got that one piece on the soprano. You're going to tell me that you're going to be bringing out a two-piece model now, right? But personally, this is my kind of soprano for that reason.
Dialed in is a great way to phrase this. I mean, it keeps everything together while allowing you to express your own personality.
Right, great stuff. Yeah, and it sounds great as well. Fantastic. Let's move on to the opposite end of the spectrum. Let's look at the baritone now.
All right.
Okay, let's finish with the big boy here. Sounding great back there, by the way. Nice, big, rich, raw, full, punchy kind of sound you're making back there.
That's the Leblanc baritone, absolutely.
Excellent stuff. So I'm struck by some of the really nice ergonomic features on this instrument. For example, we've got the triple strap ring here, and it's always nice to give the bari player a choice. Well, in fact, any sax player, tenor, alto, it doesn't matter, but particularly on this instrument here, giving the player a choice of different positions.
That's right, and I've seen every different player straps it at a different location to what's comfortable to you. It is really nice to have that choice.
Yeah, sure. And some other things here. We've got the double arms here on these low pads. Such big pads, it's always important to be able to control that exact positioning as it makes contact with the tone hole, right?
That's right. That's right. It really holds those premium Pizzoni Pro pads in place like it should.
Sure, sure. And then also, if we just flip it around, we've got this triple brace here, right?
That's right. There's an extra brace that goes back there that really holds the bell in place. Again, just really sturdy construction to keep this thing functioning for a long time like it should. Another thing you pointed out was you really like that low A key, right?
Do like it, yeah. I do like a flush low A key. There's nothing worse than when they kind of flare out and you just find yourself kind of catching them all the time. On other baritone saxophones, not a problem with this Leblanc, so some great work there.
Yeah, every bit of the ergonomics, again, you know, it's designed to feel comfortable, feel like a good baritone, and make it easy to play and something that's going to last a really long time.
Great stuff. Okay, well, I think it's time to just have a bit of an overview and discuss Leblanc, how it fits into the modern market of other instruments, and just give an overview as to what Leblanc is offering you guys. Okay, we're back here just showing off the complete new range again of Leblanc instruments. So the 511 here in the tenor, and the 711 Premier here. And just to kind of give the folks an overview on what Leblanc offers, who do you think these instruments are pitched at?
You know, like we said, they're made with premium materials, they're innovative designs, so it's someone who's looking to get an excellent saxophone, a professional or intermediate saxophone that stands out, and it's something that, again, really punches above its weight in the marketplace. It's something that regardless of price, is an excellent playing saxophone, but especially when you start comparing at this price level, it's something that's an extremely great value.
Well, I was going to say, I mean, the price is really fundamental, and the fact that it is a fair percentage below some of those what we might call entry-level professional instruments must make it a really attractive proposition for many people looking to upgrade, but perhaps not looking to, really squeeze the finances.
Yeah, I mean, I would say you can get that professional sound without having to pay those higher prices. If you come and give it a fair shake, give it a try, and you'll really hear that sound.
Yeah, excellent. And then, as we touched on earlier as well, there's such a lot of history in terms of the Leblanc brand. And, how much of that history do you think has just informed what the modern designers have done with these new instruments?
Yeah, the LeBlanc history has really enabled us to expand and get a little more creative with the materials, with the way we build it, with the acoustic design, because since LeBlanc is known as the innovator, as the standard setter for innovating, it's really enabled us to really kind of spread our wings that way.
Yeah, sure, I'm really seeing that. And actually on that subject, we saw you testing this new neck here, which has an underslung feature to it with a great sound to it. A slightly different prospect from the standard overslung neck, right? So tell us a little bit about this neck here.
Right, and this is a completely different neck. It's not the same neck with a different octave mechanism. It is a totally different tube. It's our bronze material, and it is phenomenal sounding. This is available as a separate, it's coming soon, I guess. It's almost available as a separate add-on, but it has this rich, vibrant sound that I think it's a bigger sound than anything else I've played in here. It's, it's like you've plugged it in and there's electricity in the center of it. It just, man, it is so much fun to play.
I love that description. That's brilliant.
Yeah, and we have it in alto and tenor as well. Oh man, the tenor is a blast to play. You got to come into the Sax.co shop and try it out.
Okay, great. So look out for this neck. In the weeks to come, we shall be listing this as an additional accessory. Well, that's great stuff. I'll take that from you. I don't know why. I mean, you could carry on holding it, but I'm going to have it now. So I think that pretty much wraps it up. Ryan, it's been great to see you again, and it's been great to hear some of the real detail that's gone into this new incredible brand, Leblanc. So I'm very excited for the chapters to come in terms of the interactions we're going to have with our customers, doing further tests, and just seeing how it does out there in the big bad world of saxophones. So thanks again, and that's it from us for the time being.